Hello. So we're gonna make a project slash book bag. I have been reading a lot more recently or not a lot more, but I've gotten a friend into reading, and so now we're both like avidly reading books together. She's also one of my crafting friends, so I thought it would be fun to make a book slash craft bag for us to be able to put projects in and knit slash crochet out of, but also be able to have a little section where you can put the book that you're reading, because I have discovered how to read and knit at the same time, and it is so very satisfying. So I'm going to take a pillowcase. I've just opened up the top, so I have the top of my bag. If you have a zippered one that's just on the top there, you could just use that zipper as the opening, and then it zips open and closed. I already wanted one with a zipper on this side so I can have a book pocket that's accessible from both the inside of the normal bag as well as the outside of the bag. With it open, I've then just gone and lined up the side seam and the bottom seam of the bag. So there, I've lined them up like this, and then I've pinned where I'm going to sew across, and that's going to give me a nice little rectangular base to my bag, which I'll see if I can kind of show it. You can see there. So then I'll be able to trim off these little sections here, and then it will all be protected by a lining. I go into these remaking projects usually with a loose plan and a loose idea, but I try not to be too committed to anything because I think it's easier to be a little bit flexible and maneuver around ideas. However, because I knew that I wanted to do this, I did sketch up some ideas that are way too blown out and you can't see them at all. So I know that I want a book pocket, I know I want a notions pocket. So we're just gonna jump in, see where this takes us. I haven't picked out the lining fabric yet either. So we're just entirely going to play this by the seat of our pants. Let's just jump on in. After sewing the ends, I found I just wasn't super happy with the grain that I had, so I decided to try and get the grain to a shade I'd like a bit more by doing a brown dye wash over the top. I only left it in for like a few minutes, but it worked a treat. I then started on the lining, cutting a 50 centimeter by 2 meter rectangle that gets folded into fourths to create 2 pockets the length of the bag. Before sewing the sides of the lining, I measured out approximately how big I wanted the notions pocket to be. I cut out the pattern piece from the extra fabric I had and folded over the top to make an elastic channel. I wanted it to have space at the bottom, so I mitered the bottom corners using the same fold and stitch method. I measured the elastic to be the same length as the now shortened bottom, plus a little extra for seam allowance, and threaded it through the elastic channel. I used the zigzag stitch to tack the elastic into place on either end. For ease, I decided to top stitch the pocket into place as close to the edge as possible, and then stitched the bag lining sides together.
I folded the bottom seam to the side seam, same as the main bag section, and then folded the book pocket section over the top of that main bag fold. This makes it so the main bag section will be rectangular at the bottom, but the book pocket will still be a flat pocket. I put the lining inside the main bag with wrong sides together and pinned in place before trimming the excess lining fabric. Then I folded the raw edges and top stitched into place. With the lining in place, I marked where the side zipper sits on the lining and then cut open that section so it will open into the book pocket. I folded back the raw edges and hand stitched the lining to the zipper tape. I cut 2 thick sections of suede, which got folded and stitched to either side of the bag, and then I threaded through the belt I'll be using as bag handles.
Done! I'm actually pretty happy with how this turned out. The straps are a little too long. It was the only belt that I could find at the op shop that was somewhat suitable, and so I've sort of done a bit of a temporary thing with the 2 loops, which are removable. I also messed up. I think I originally thought I was going to sew them to the outside, and then so I had the gray as the as the bobbin thread. And it's only in the photos that I was like, oh, I didn't mean to do that. Whoops, didn't think that one through. So I'm still happy with how it turned out. I like that it does go crossbody because all of my purses are crossbody purses because I like to have my little pinchers free. But it's got the one back pocket and then the zipper that goes into that pocket. And then on the opposite side, it's got the little notions pocket, which doesn't have a ton in it at the moment, but I threw my little sock needles into it because I like having a sock project. But I have 3 full projects in here and it's nowhere near full. So it holds a ton, which is really cool, honestly. I don't really have a giant bag, but this one is like, yep, this will fit everything. You can take it on a weekend trip and pack all of your clothes and all your projects into it. Okay, probably not, but still. I'm excited though, because I had another motive to making it like this, and I want to be able to put all my pins there. I love the idea of pins. I've even now ordered pins because I made this bag, because I really like pins, but I never have anywhere to put them. I don't like wearing them. I don't have like a denim jacket that I put pins and patches on. I like a lot of my clothing to be pretty dang clean, so this is very handy, and I started with a little bee, but they're gonna be little bookish pins and things like that, which I'm excited for, because your girl has been subsumed by book talk. That is it for this project. If you like this video, you can check out my other videos, and if you really like this video, you can feel free to subscribe. I hope you have a lovely week. Bye!